Hello adventurers, travelers, and friends, and welcome back to a Brag-Worthy Adventures video. I'm your host Rose, and today we will be talking about things you can do with your kids in Hawaii. Now, I don't have any children yet, but every time I go to Hawaii, I'm visiting my sister who has 3 young kids, and sometimes we like to take them along on our adventures. There's a couple places I have been and other family members have been that I wanted to recommend to you if you're looking for things to do with your kids when you're on Oahu. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what each one of these recommendations are, but if you're looking for some more detailed information, where they are, opening times, websites, all of that will be in the description below. The first one is one that I think brings out the childlike spirit in anyone, and it is the Polynesian Cultural Center. Now, this covers 6 different Pacific cultures, and it's really immersive. You get to do fake tattoos, ride in these canoe boats. They have different areas that represent the different cultures, and each one has some sort of cool activity or craft or learning opportunity. We just made these fishies ourselves, and then you're supposed to throw and catch them. And then it goes to the end. Great catch, Michael. There's entertainment, like I think they had these fire dancers. They also offer a luau and a show if you're getting one of those tickets, or you can just go for the day, bring your family, and honestly, it is so much fun. You'll probably spend the whole day there and enjoy it. Now, if you like cultural experiences like that, and perhaps you have kids that are a little older or a little stiller, the Iolani Palace is a great place to go. It's down in Honolulu, and it's one of the only palaces in the entire United States. There's these audio tours that I found were great for children. We had kids that were under the age of 7, and they actually handled it pretty well. They enjoyed listening and clicking the numbers for the rooms that we were in, and they lasted quite a while. So this might be better for older kids, but I still think it works great for kids and is a great way to teach your kids about the place that they're at. Now, if your kids are a little more active and you still want to teach them a little bit about Hawaiian culture, go ahead and take a hike up to Pu'u State Historic Site. So today we're going to do the Pu'u Heiau State Historic Site hike. Now typically I think you can drive up almost exactly to the site, but it's locked right now, so we went up the road ourselves. This has an ancient Hawaiian temple ruins, and it is not too big of a hike. I had to park right at the sign, and I walked with 2 young kids, around 6 and 4, all the way up. It was a 15-minute hike, but it's a road, a paved road, so it was definitely doable. But it was really interesting to see this old temple and to read on the signs about the ancient Hawaiian gods. Here we are, we're at the temple. Yeah, we did it. We're at the temple. Look at that. So cool.
All that's left is the rocks.
Yeah, all that's left is the rocks. So this was a temple to help with war. It was for success in wars. And it's the largest temple in Oahu, 1.75 acres. All that's left is the stones now. But it used to be a whole temple right there. Plus, the overlook that it has over Waimea Bay and Valley is gorgeous, so you can see some great sights there as well. Now, if you like these sort of paved hikes, you can head to Makapu'u Lighthouse. It's a nice paved hike all the way up, free parking. It's 2.5 miles. Now, you don't get to go to the base of the lighthouse, but you still get to see it, and there are gorgeous views there as well. Speaking of hikes, if you want to incorporate a little water into your hike, you can go to Waimea Bay and pay $18 to park, and they have a nice paved walkway in gorgeous gardens that can take you to a waterfall. They provide life jackets, you can swim in the water, swim up to the waterfall. It's really beautiful and easy for kids. The only issue I would say is that there's rocks, so make sure that you're ready to help your kids navigate the rocks into the water. If your kids really love water, then you might just want to go to the beach. And I definitely have a favorite beach. It's Aweoweo. It's got a park, a basketball court, gorgeous sand and a ton of turtles in the water. So if your kids are old enough to snorkel, take them out with you, or perhaps if not, you could have one adult watch them at the playground while the other adult gets to snorkel and then do a little switcheroo. Lastly, for water, I have the Wet and Wild Waterpark. If your kids like slides, rides, that sort of thing, this is a place where they can get to experience all sorts of water park fun. There are smaller children areas, there are wave pools, there are larger slides that even kids up to 4 years old can go on to. And we enjoyed our day there, but I will say this is not cheap. It's a little pricier, it's like $50 a person. You may be able to just keep them busy at the beach, but this is another option and it was fun for kids. If you also are willing to spend a little money, another place I would go is the Dole Plantation. They've got a train, which my nephew loved. Any person who enjoys those automobiles, trains, buses, cars would love this place. What's the train say? Choo choo.
Boy.
Yeah.
I'll boy.
On the board. Good job.
Boy.
It also has a maze garden and of course Dole Whip. So if you're a Disney lover like me, then you know what Dole Whip is. It's like a pineapple ice cream. They have it at Magic Kingdom in the Tiki Bar, but they also have it on Oahu at the Dole Plantation. And you can get all sorts of different concoctions. I had one that was bigger than the size of my face, had a raspberry swirl on it, was so delicious, but I couldn't finish it. It was way too much food. So maybe get one to split, unless you're like me and your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Last place on this list is Honolulu Zoo. Now, Honolulu Zoo is a ton of fun. It's a great place just to park your car, but also it has a lot of good things for kids, including a petting zoo where the kids can interact with goats. In the fish tank, you can crawl through into this tunnel in the center where you can pop up and see the fish from the center of the tank. They also have a playground there for children as well. And of course, like all zoos, they've got all sorts of animals that you can see and visit with. So those are what I would say are my top recommended places to go with kids in Oahu. If you have children and you've been to any of these places or you're planning to go to Oahu, let me know in the comments below. And if you like videos like these where I tell you things to do, places to go, and give you some information to help plan your next adventure, then go ahead and hit subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Bye, travelers!